I have a very important message to deliver what God has been showing me for the past year or so, and it is very disturbing as to what has actually really been going on around the world and what has been happening in our own very own country. So here's the message. Most of the cargo trains used in America and the rest of the world have been used solely for the criminal elites and low-level thugs for consuming human meat. This criminal operation using trains have been going on for many decades. Most of this train transportation has been used for the elites that have been living deep underground. The underground living scale has been massive, taking up entire planet Earth, populated with over 10 billion people. There were underground cities and highways for transportation all around the world. All of mega-sized underground cities and long-distance highways have recently been destroyed, crushed by God. The current underground criminal population worldwide has been reduced to 1%. Because nearly all of the elites around the world have been killed and the underground transportation is now completely inaccessible, the low-level civilian criminals, primarily the thugs from South America, Brazil, Argentina, Nicaragua, Chile, Peru, Venezuela, and Bolivia, more thugs from Middle East, Syria, Afghanistan, Cyprus, Pakistan, Egypt, Lebanon, Qatar, Palestine, and Libya, more thugs from Asia, China, Nepal, Cambodia, Japan, and Vietnam have been rushing into America and reside in underground under the purchase agreement with the Brazilians, as they own the entire land of America. They come here primarily for human meat and taking ownership of high-value assets from mining gold and crystals reserves. They run underground operations and own cargo trains and the whole system. The cargo trains have been used for transporting live humans, dead humans, body parts such as skeleton bones, and backbones for consumption and reproduction. The delivery of large intestines from reproduction center was one of the high demands, as it is the tastiest part of human meat. It is the most reliant source for food. The train transport includes train gasoline and extremely effective, highly concentrated natural energy source, white dirt extracted from deep underground, for their power needs, for their underground living. All this energy and precious metals have been kept away from the general public for their needs and stocking. They use kidnapped women and children to reproduce human meat, large intestine. They extract cell and liquid from the original copy intestine and use human flesh growing red liquid, extract from deep underground reserves, to regrow large intestines. They reproduce as many as 7 million out of a single person. This is how they mass produce human meat and consume and sell to their partners. Small intestines and brains are separated and delivered to lower-level criminal partners that live both above ground and underground facilities. These underground criminals eat a lot of large intestine meals, more than 10 times a day. God has recently destroyed all of human flesh-growing red liquid reserves in the entire world, turned them into magma reserves. Because of this catastrophe, the criminals have been panicking and started kidnapping people by the massive number, because they can no longer reproduce human meat at cell level growth. They eat all guts now, skin too, except for lungs, heart, and stomach. Because most of elite class members throughout the world have been killed now, their descendants or their employees and bitches that were owned by the elites have been on the rise, gathering human meat in their newly dug underground facilities. The cities are no longer available as God has been intensely crushing them day and night for the past year. A lot of these civilian-level international criminals have been dying in the recent months. Most of them have been killed by God's demon creatures and by their enemies, which are the Russian elites and the members from their criminal agencies. The reason why the Russians have been eliminating them is because they stole Russian spy weapons and electronic human target weapons and their powerful energy sources and using them for their spying needs. God told me that the Brazilian elites not only own the US government system and its whole land, they own national level surveillance system as well, to constantly spy on the general public Americans for decades. Starting from year 2002, the Brazilians developed the little 360 camera devices about the size of a golf ball from space in the number of trillions and more, and gone live visually spying on the people that live in America. They have zooming capabilities and see through walls and ceilings of residential homes and commercial places from space above stratosphere. They also see through clothes and blankets to see human body naked, used as porn device. This cutting-edge spying system was originally produced by the Russians in the 60s. The Brazilians stole the blueprint of this technology from the Russian elites in year 2002 with the help from the South Koreans and Elon Musk using South Korean telecommunication spying technology. The spying audio is a separate transmission from the video capturing devices in the 5G dedicated path for spying purpose. Both audio and video are separate paths using 5G technology. The data is transmitted to their underground servers located in Argentina. The audio capturing is established when the SIM card in the cell phone is turned on. The effective range is up to 41 feet from the cell phone to capture people's voice. Both transmissions are combined in a spying technology software suite developed by Elon Musk, or Elon Musk's spy weapon. Later in that year, Vladimir Putin took countermeasure by reusing those flying little devices produced by the Brazilians and track, trace, identify, and spy the Brazilians and all their international South American partners who use Russian technology spy weapon to take them out. In the recent months, the international criminals have been able to steal various versions of Russian version spy weapons and have been using them. They capture audio whether your phone is turned on or not, as it does not rely on SIM card in the phones. Once they find you where you are under constant surveillance. God told me that you must not get detected by refraining from using any keywords spoken verbally or physically typing those words on your keyboard and writing, including certain images on the cell phone display, TV, computer monitor, and pictures. These things will get detected when your phone is turned on and stay within 41 feet from it. Once you sign up to use a cell phone, all your data such as your identity, address, credit bank card information, people reside in your place, and ID, your actual blood information get registered in the criminal's database. With this spy system, all cell phone users are under constant surveillance 24/7 and keep records, audio and video for the last 5 years. Anything older than that gets deleted automatically. What gets real dangerous is when you turn your phone on and get detected by using these things. The criminals get alert notification about you and grab their spy weapon and connect to you and spy you live. If they want to kill you, they lock you on target by blood ID and fire electronic weapon to either fry your brain, kill the blood oxygen going into your lungs or heart, or just fry the blood cells. I have been hit by these electronic weapons from countless enemies, both elites and lower-level criminals, but God has been protecting me. I feel every time when they attack and what versions of weapons they use. Starting year 2013, the Russians started using mind monitoring weapon to monitor what you are thinking or imagining. This one does not use 5G transmission, but uses Russia's own dedicated large-scale electronic warfare radar complex to connect to you to monitor your blood cell activities. Once the 5G surveillance system catches you from detection and manually connect to you, they use this weapon as an addition to monitor your thoughts. Russia's enemy, China, then stole the blueprint of this weapon and started using it for themselves by connecting to Russia's existing EW radar complexes or access points installed in other parts of the world. China then got spied by other countries to use this weapon. This spy information warfare has been in apocalyptic scale for the international criminals for a long time. In the recent weeks, South Korea developed the 6G wireless energy weapon for criminal operation and gone live to start spying on people around the world and use electronic human target weapon to kill people. It does not rely on 5G mother source and uses different protocol to make secured 6G connection on the user side. It is backward compatible with 5G and make connection to SIM card on your cell phone and create the same registry, personal ID and blood ID on the database. It then uses 6G transmission for surveillance detection on people's voices and use its own dedicated 360 flying device cameras in space for video surveillance. It uses 6G transmission to monitor blood cell activities for mind monitoring and kill people by attacking blood cells by ID, similar technology as Russian weapon. I am providing this information to help protect yourself from enemies spying on you, as your worst enemy is the aforementioned international criminals who come to your country to spy on you and kidnap you and eat you. God told me that more than 95% of these criminals are the female bitches who can't fight for shit. Their bosses and owners were male elites, as they like kidnapping any women or girls they like by the number of billions worldwide. Currently, there are less than 10,000 are left alive, running underground operations for human meat. That's not including the servicemen that work for these bitches. God told me that it's the last leg. After that, there will be no more underground human meat eating criminals left. completing the first half of God's 7-year judgment. I want to warn to everybody who will be receiving this message not to catch people for human meat. Eating human meat results in horrific death. Will either get slaughtered by demon creatures and eaten, or get caught by your enemy and run you through slicer grinder, your entire body for consumption. The whole body liquid content tastes better and gives extreme level of sexual orgasm, receiving the mark of the beast. As a result, eating human meat is extremely addictive, and it will be nearly impossible to turn away from it, and will receive heavy consequences. This is the message I wanted to share out to people. God bless you.